How you doing? My name is Adam, and I run the I Have You See site. I have just published yesterday a posting talking about Kefir water. It's a probiotic drink that anybody can make. It's super easy, and I'm going to show you how to make it in this video. Now, something interesting about it is once you make your first batch, and that requires some type of starter. There's some links on the posting through Amazon where you can buy this type of thing. This particular thing I bought in the Czech Republic, which is where I live right now. You can buy as well. And this had 3 different packages, and it costed a total of like $15. Your first batch will look something like this. And after a couple days, you can drain out a whole bunch of this, put it in a bottle like I do in the video, put it in the fridge, and drink it. If you leave about 20% in here, that's what you'll use to start your second batch, and third batch, and fourth batch, and fifth. I've made, I think, about 5 different batches so far with one little starter package, and that's pretty awesome. So this video is not going to be me making the first batch, but my 5th or 6th. So for you, the only difference is going to be you're going to start out with nothing in here, and you're going to put the same things that I'm using together. And additionally, you'll dump in one of your packages of Kefir granules. Okay, enjoy the video. If you've used Kefir water before for your digestive whatever, definitely for UC, please put a review down on the web page how it went or is going for you. Hopefully positive results. Anyways, have a good day. Enjoy the video. All right, everybody. So this was me this morning, stopping down and picking up the batch that I started a couple of days ago. This is probably my 4th or 5th or 6th batch. And because I'm running low on the previous batch, it's time, and it's been about 2 days since I started making this right here, to drain down some of the good Kefir water, bottle it up, put it in the fridge, and slowly start drinking some of it. So that's pretty much an every 2 or 3 day routine I have. So start off by going in the fridge, picking up the old existing bottle that's been in there for 2 or 3 days. My wife and I have been kind of drinking down. And since this is early in the morning, or about 10 in the morning on Sunday, I decided to have a little bit to start off, and I put in, let's call it 50 to 100 milliliters, a third of a can of Coke, a bit of cold water, and then also a tad bit of orange juice I threw in as well, just a little bit, and slam some of it down. A lot of people are wondering how this Kefir water tastes, and it really depends. Sometimes it can be a little bitter, sometimes it can be a little bit sweet, sometimes there's a little bit of carbonation in it. It kind of depends on what you mix in with it. In this particular batch, I had some apples and some strawberries, and then also pure cane sugar. And I'm going to show you all of that coming up. But at this point, once your batch is done, you need to drain it out. So I've got a little funnel, and when I kind of undo the little click there, a bit of pressure comes out. Nothing too crazy. You can get a look at this. There's even a little bit of bubbling going on. Those chunks at the top are pieces of apple, which have sugar in them. And that's what the whole Kefir crystals are eating and living off of. But I'm just scooping those things out with the fork, nothing special. Get out the strawberries, swish it around a little bit. And the next step is to funnel this stuff into my glass bottle. That's a 700 milliliter glass bottle. The container in my left hand is 1 liter. Because you want to leave about 20-30% of the Kefir water that you brewed in there for your next brew to kind of start it up again. So this is a little bit of a tricky step. Take your time with this. If you spill some, no big deal. I do every time. It's fine. And slowly fill that thing up. Leave a little bit of room, and you're done. And that's another, 2 days, let's say, of this probiotic drink for the 2 of us to have. So cap it up, put it in the old fridge, And once you put it in the fridge, the probiotics inside, they slow down on their kind of working process. So the eating up of the sugars that remain in there, slows down a bit. Now I'm taking some water that's been purified in a little Brita filter, and I just want to warm it up in this little water heater thing. It's kind of a European style water boiler, just for a couple seconds. I'm not going to bring it anywhere near boiling, but just above room temperature. Because the warm, a tad bit warm, and I'm talking just a couple degrees above room temperature, helps out with the previous leftover kefir water you can see in the container to get this next batch going. So once I have that water warmed up at just that super tad, it was a little bit cold coming out of the faucet, I'm going to go ahead and add that in. But right now what I'm doing is I'm grabbing a bag of this pure cane sugar, because that is going to be food for the remaining kefir water to start up the next batch. So I got to get a little spoon out, and I put in a couple of kind of heaping teaspoons. And you don't need to be super exact on this. And over time, you'll get an idea of what works for you. If you like the kefir water to be sweeter, then you can put in more and have it ferment for less amount of time. Or if you like it with less sugar, you can have it ferment for a little bit longer. It really is up to you. And you can tell I'm not doing anything with some exact science here, because it really is not that complicated. So next step is filling in the water. You can see I'm just kind of dumping in some of the water in the filter, and then some of the tiny bit warmed up water. And again, this is just above room temperature. Nothing boiling by any means. You don't want that. That will kill off the bacteria, the good bacteria that are going to be making your next batch. And now what I'm doing is I'm adding in some fruit. There's sugar in fruit. And I cut up a few strawberry pieces, maybe 3 or 4 strawberries, slice them in half, whatever, drop them in there. Adds a little bit of interesting taste to the kefir water. And it gives some food for the kefir granules to be kind of eating on the next couple days. There's an apple there, just kind of peeling it, slicing it up, the seeds and everything, whatever, no big deal, dropping them in there. Little bit of lime, that's lemon, tad bit of lemon. I get off the whole peel and just put a couple pieces in there, maybe a quarter of the good part of the lemon. Stir it up, cap it up, and put it back in the shade right there on the left-hand side, and let it sit there for a good day and a half, 2 days, 2.5 days. It's up to you. You can take a little bit more time and be less sweet. So putting the remaining, the new bottle in the fridge, take a whole swig, and that is pretty much the deal. Nothing too complicated here, and I think you can probably get this down in about 5 minutes every couple of days. And come on, you can't beat that. So I hope you liked the video, and I hope you learned something. And again, I would highly encourage you to give it a try. You can order this stuff easily online. You get these little packet deals, granules, water, kefir. There's no dairy products involved. There's no gluten involved. And I wouldn't be scared either about adding sugar, which you need to do. You need to give these things food to do their whole job, because that sugar gets eaten up during the process of the fermentation or the brewing, whatever you want to call it. And there's a lot of good probiotics in there which will help out your gut. So give it a try if you're interested, and I hope you are. And let me know how it goes for you. Again, I would really appreciate it if you enjoy this stuff, if this is interesting for you, if you learn something. You can obviously like the video, whatever, but go to the webpage where this is on and write a review about how the water kefir is going for you. Take care. Good luck, and just to kind of clue up any questions, I have UC for over 10 years now, diagnosed October 2008. I don't use any medications. I use sulfasalazine, prednisone, acetylcholine, Remicade, Humira. That stuff didn't work for me. Discontinued that stuff. I haven't had any types of surgeries, and most recent colonoscopy I had just over about 1.5 years ago came back extremely awesome. All right, enough of me yapping, and I wish the best for all y'all. Good luck with your whatever digestive issues you've been dealing with. I hope they improve. I hope to hear from a bunch of you, and thanks for watching the video. Take care.